Hey everyone, welcome to Buzz Breakdown, where we kind of take a stack of sources
Yeah.
and break down the most interesting insights.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as your shortcut to being in the know without having to, sift through all the noise yourselves.
Yeah,
So today,
absolutely.
we are diving into a trio of huge films
Yes.
hitting theaters in 2025.
2025, big year for movies. We're talking legacy sequels, reboots,
Yeah.
iconic characters, Jurassic World, Karate Kid, and even Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready for some serious nostalgia mixed with some bold new directions.
Okay, so let's start with Jurassic World Rebirth. It's been 5 years since Dominion, and the world is still figuring out how to live with dinos roaming free. This time, an expedition ventures into some isolated regions to extract dino DNA, all in the name of medical breakthroughs.
Yeah.
But, come on, we've seen enough Jurassic movies to know that's probably not going to end well.
Right, you're definitely picking up on that classic Jurassic formula.
Oh, yeah.
But what's really fascinating here is that Gareth Edwards, who directed the 2014 Godzilla reboot, is at the helm.
Okay. He reportedly dropped everything to take on this project, which tells you something about his passion for the franchise.
Yeah.
And remember, Edwards is known for his stunning visuals and ability to build suspense. Think about that opening sequence in Godzilla with the halo jump. Just breathtaking.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how he'll bring that same intensity to the Jurassic World.
Yeah, and what about the cast? I mean, Jonathan Bailey, fresh off of Bridgerton, and Scarlett Johansson,
Wow.
leading the charge. It's just Johansson's no stranger to action-packed roles.
Right.
But Bailey's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if his acting style, which leans towards more nuanced, dramatic roles, will fit the Jurassic World vibe.
That's a great point. Bailey's definitely stepping into a different kind of world here.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting to see how he balances that dramatic intensity with the demands of a big-budget action film.
for sure. Okay, so let's move from prehistoric behemoths to a different kind of legacy.
Okay.
Karate Kid fans, get ready for a double dose of nostalgia.
Karate Kid, Legends, is bringing back both Jackie Chan as Mr. Han and Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso.
Wow.
That's a lot of wax-on, wax-off energy hitting the screen in 2025.
It certainly is. And this time, they're mentoring a new Karate Kid, a kung fu prodigy from Beijing named Li Fong.
Okay.
The story revolves around Li helping a friend by entering a karate competition with both Mr. Han and Daniel guiding him. But, does bringing back these two beloved characters risk overshadowing the new Karate Kid?
Yeah,
Will Li Fong be able to stand out and carve his own path in the franchise? I think that's a question a lot of fans are pondering.
absolutely. It's a delicate balance between honoring the past and making room for the new. And speaking of legacy and reinvention, let's fly over to Metropolis for a moment.
Mm.
The new Superman film is already generating a lot of buzz, especially among fans who are hoping to see more of Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel.
Yes. This is definitely one of the most talked about reboots, and it's understandable why Henry Cavill brought a certain gravitas to the role. And for many fans, he was Superman. This new film, directed by James Gunn, stars David Corenswet as the iconic hero. Corenswet is a talented actor, but he has big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I imagine there's some diehard Cavill fans out there who are feeling a sense of loss, almost a betrayal. It's like saying goodbye to a version of the character they've come to love.
You're right, and that's a valid feeling. For some fans, the recasting feels like a disruption of their personal history with Superman.
Right.
But here's another way to look at it.
Okay.
This reboot offers an opportunity to explore a different facet of Superman. James Gunn is known for his quirky humor and unique visual style, which he brought to the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. This could be a very different Superman than we've seen before, one that might surprise us.
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring up gun style. This new Superman is going to be grappling with his Kryptonian heritage in a world that views his traditional values, truth, justice, the whole shebang, as old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Gunn's ability to blend humor with heart could actually work really well in exploring that clash between classic idealism and a more cynical modern world.
I agree. And let's not forget that Gunn also brings a deeply personal element to this film. He said that the death of his father influenced the screenplay, and the release date, July 11, 2025, was his father's birthday. That personal connection could translate to a more emotionally resonant story, even with the shift in tone.
Wow. And the rest of the cast is pretty stellar, too. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. That's a dynamic duo I can't wait to see on screen.
Me too. Brosnahan's sharp wit and Holt's ability to portray both charm and menace make them perfect for these iconic roles.
So we've got 3 huge GE films tapping into iconic franchises, but each one is taking a different approach. Jurassic World is going for visual spectacle and leaning into the classic formula. Karate Kid is bringing back familiar faces while introducing a new generation. And Superman is embracing a stylistic shift with the director known for shaking things up. What I'm hearing is there's something here for everyone, but also the potential to alienate some diehard fans.
That's the challenge and the excitement of revisiting beloved franchises.
Right.
You want to honor the past while also pushing the boundaries and creating something new.
Yeah.
It's a tightrope walk for sure.
And for all those Henry Cavill fans out there, it might feel like a particularly precarious tightrope walk. Change can be hard, especially when it comes to a character as iconic as Superman.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth keeping an open mind. James Gunn is a visionary director, and this new Superman film could surprise us in the best possible ways.
It could, for sure. It's definitely a gamble. But sometimes the biggest risks lead to the most rewarding payoffs. And who knows, maybe this new Superman will win over even the most skeptical Deville fans.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But it's not just Superman facing a changing world. Our next film, Karate Kid, Legends, is also grappling with the idea of legacy and what it means to pass the torch to a new generation. This franchise has always been about mentorship, about finding strength in unexpected places.
Exactly. Think about Mr. Miyagi teaching Daniel those seemingly simple chores that turned out to be essential karate lessons, or Mr. Han guiding Dre Parker through the challenges of cultural differences and self-doubt in the 2010 reboot.
Right, it's that blend of heartwarming mentorship and thrilling martial arts action that's made Karate Kid so enduring. But with both Mr. Han and Daniel back in the picture, I wonder if there's a risk of the new Karate Kid Lee Fong getting lost in the shuffle. Will he have enough space to shine and become a memorable character in his own right?
That's a valid concern. The filmmakers have a challenge here. They need to honor the legacy of these beloved characters while also giving Lee Fong the room to grow and develop his own unique story. I'm hoping they find a way to weave those elements together seamlessly.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some friendly rivalry between Mr. Han and Daniel as they each try to impart their wisdom to Lee Fong. Or perhaps Lee's kung fu background will clash with their karate styles, leading to some interesting training sequences.
Those are great possibilities. Imagine a scene where Lee Fong is struggling to master a particular karate move, and both Mr. Han and Daniel offer conflicting advice. That could be a really fun way to showcase their different personalities and approaches to martial arts.
Yeah, it would definitely add a layer of humor and tension to the film. And speaking of tension, let's circle back to Jurassic World, Rebirth, for a moment. Gareth Edwards is a master of building suspense, and I'm already feeling anxious just thinking about the dino-related mayhem he's going to unleash on screen.
Oh, absolutely. Remember that scene in Godzilla where the MUTO emerges from the Golden Gate Bridge? The way Edwards slowly revealed the creature building up the tension with each shot? It was masterful. I expect we'll see that same level of suspense and visual flair in Jurassic World, Rebirth.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see what kind of terrifying new dinos he introduces. Maybe a pack of feathered raptors that hunt in coordinated attacks, or a colossal aquatic predator that terrorizes unsuspecting swimmers.
Those are some seriously scary scenarios. And let's not forget the emotional stakes. Edwards is great at creating characters we care about. So when the dinos inevitably start wreaking havoc, we'll be on the edge of our seats, fearing for their survival.
And speaking of emotional stakes, I'm curious to see how James Gunn handles the personal element he's brought to the Superman film. Will we see that reflected in the story itself, or will it be more of an undercurrent that informs the overall tone?
That's a great question. It's possible that the Lost Gun experience will manifest in Superman's emotional arc, adding a layer of depth and vulnerability to the character. Or perhaps it will be more subtle, influencing the film's themes of hope and resilience.
Yeah, either way, I think it's a testament to Gunn's artistry that he's willing to be so open about his personal experiences and how they've shaped his creative vision. It adds a whole new dimension to the film.
Absolutely. And it speaks to the power of storytelling, how it can help us process grief, find meaning in loss, and ultimately connect with others on a deeply human level, even in a superhero film.
Exactly. So we have these three blockbusters, each tapping into the power of legacy reinvention and the enduring appeal of these iconic characters.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's the human element, the emotions, the relationships, the struggles that will determine whether these films truly resonate with audiences.
I couldn't agree more. The special effects, the action sequences, the costumes, those are all important elements. But it's the heart of the story, the characters we connect with that will leave a lasting impact.
It really is. And one of the things I'm most excited about is seeing how these films spark conversations among fans.
Yeah.
Whether it's debating the merits of Henry Cavill versus David Cornsweet,
Right?
or theorizing about Mr. Han and Daniel's dynamic in Karate Kid Legends, or speculating about new dino threats in Jurassic World. Rebirth These films will undoubtedly get people talking.
That's the beauty of fandom. The shared passion, the debates, the anticipation, it's all part of the experience.
And that's something we want to cultivate here at Buzz Breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just about delivering information.
Right.
We're about sparking those conversations, encouraging you to think critically about the things you love.
So tell us, what are your thoughts on these upcoming blockbusters? Are you excited, skeptical, cautiously optimistic? What are you hoping to see? What are you worried about? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
We're all ears. And hey, while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of news and pop culture.
We'll see you soon.